You
I just
are
hope. Okay,
you are
sorry.
listening to the Ash Manoftomorrow podcast. Tonight, the new Die Hard film, followed by animes, recommendations, nothing big, small stuff that I've seen, just kind of tell you guys, and PlayStation 4. And we're starting with PS4. And as all you're all looking at, that's the PlayStation 4 controller right there.
The lackluster,
Yeah.
but here's hoping that just based on the image, it's not bad. I mean, the basically the lighting could make it look like crap, and then you get it, and it looks completely different. You know what I'm talking about? It's all based on how the lighting is, because I'm sure where it's being displayed during the coverage, there's a lot of area lit up.
I guess. I mean, the thing is, though, I that looks literally like a third-party controller for a PlayStation. That's what it looks like to me. I'm just like, really, Sony, you guys could do so much better than that. I would love to see kind of a maybe a bigger controller with a nice clear screen where you can just kind of zoom, flip down, like kind of like the Wii U, except maybe smaller and more denser, and not used more for gaming, but more for just little add-on stuff.
And I would have gone with well, screen wise. I mean, have it be maybe half an inch bigger, and the color be blue. Kind of like a darkish blue or navy blue. I'm just saying, because that way you would be able to tell apart better from the screen and the outside controller, and it would look more visually, appealing. That's just me. How would you do it?
Controller wise, like I said, it would be kind of a little bit bigger. It'd be the style would be like you could see a nice clear glass. You could see a nice clear glass, but you could actually flip through. You have little apps on the middle part where you have little apps. You can pick one. You can pause. Just little stuff. Just little knickknacks. Not like the Wii U's massive controller, but something just small and durable that you can just go on and play. I mean, that I think would be kind of a cool little feature. That would have been kind of cool. I'm right now looking at the graphics for the PS3, and yeah, it's impressive. I mean, it's all graphically it looks good, but it's like to be honest, the PS3, really the PS3 and even the 360 to an extent are still can still surprise me even today, even with their outdated hardware. The PS3 and 360 can still surprise the crap out of me. So I'm not like graphically. I'm just kind of like, oh, well, we have to wait and see.
Yeah, and how exactly? I mean, because when you think of a new system, you think the first thing that comes to mind is better graphics. I mean, the PS2 outdid the PlayStation 1. The PS3 outdid the PS2 in graphics. I mean, you look at games like Uncharted, and they practically look like everyday people. I mean, realistic people. So how exactly are they going to up the game on that and make you think you thought the PS3 was the most advanced? Here is something out of the park. I mean,
I don't know. I mean, graphically, this is going to
you
be in.
just huh?
Well, the thing is, the PS3. I'm honest. The PS4. I just want them. I don't want them to release this 2013. Wait until 2014 to release it.
Are they really going to release it this year?
That's what I'm hearing. Is they're going to release it in 2013? I hope it's 2014.
Yeah. Well, it's likely going to be around the holiday season. They always do it around the holiday, like November, to up the sales.
Hmm.
And they've got to let us think that they're really busting their ass to do it, because as of now, I only think they're doing it because Microsoft is going to release their new console this year.
That's what
So
you've
they
heard.
yeah, I heard that Microsoft is releasing their system this year.
I hope not. I hope Microsoft and Sony both wait one more year. One more year because the 360, as dated as its hardware is, it can still impress me graphically at times. The new Madden game that just came out, looks good. On the 360, I'm like, wow, how old is this hardware and it still looks good? Games still look good on this hardware? That's kind of stunning.
Yeah, because I mean, that, that's the only reason why I think they're doing the system. They didn't say it. I doubt they ever will. I know they won't. Because if they do that, then that's going to make people think, well, you're just doing it to compete. You're not doing it because you want to improve your company. It's like a, I mean, it's a, how do they describe, I mean, it's like Stallone and Schwarzenegger in The Expendables talking trash, trying to one up each other. It's like that, like, no, we're better than you. No, we're better than you, kind of thing. And it's rather annoying. I mean, I'm perfectly happy with the PS3, and when was it? 2007 when the PS3 was released.
2006 when it was
Okay,
released.
okay, so I was a year off. So it's been not even a decade. It's been 7 years, likely.
Yeah. And I mean, right now I'm going to wait on a PlayStation 4 for a couple years. This is something I'm not going to rush out to get. But I want to say this right now. Please, please to God, Microsoft and Sony, don't make it download only. Still release on discs and still let us go and buy them. I still like doing that. I don't want to be just going, oh, I have to go online now to get the game. So much fun. I rather just have it like I rather them just kind of go still to a store, buy the box, buy the disc, and just have that type of feat to have that thing, have that ready.
Yeah, yeah, because if they do it download only, they're gonna need a bigger hard drive, which means they'll likely up the price more. And based on the terrible economy now, me, I think I don't know what the price would be. I'm sure it'd be around 500, but for me, I think the price should be around close to 300. 300 max, 250 minimum.
Hmm. But there's one way I would get PS4 right away when it came out if they did this, but it won't happen for like another 10, 20 years. If it's an all-in VR, virtual reality.
Oh, no, no. VR? Are you
Oh,
serious?
no, no, no. You control your movements with just your. You put on a VR helmet and you control everything with just your mind.
Is that even possible?
If it was, that would be fucking badass. Could you just imagine playing like you got to play Dragon Ball Z that way?
Yeah, it would be interesting, but I've got terrible memories with VR. Do I even need to bring up the Virtual Boy?
Yeah, I know, but with the way technology is now, something like that would just be fucking awesome because you control all movements with your mind now. You can play shooters with just your mind. No more controller, just your mind shooting and stuff. I think that would be really cool.
Yeah, because when I was a kid, one of the consoles that I wanted, well, handheld ones, was the Virtual Boy, and I couldn't find one. My parents never got me one when I was a kid, so I went out to Blockbuster one day and rented it. Thank God I never bought the system because I have the most horrendous memories of that system. Having it propped up on my bed, I would play it for like 20 minutes, and I would have to shut it off because I would have a massive headache. I mean, a pounding migraine.
Well, the Virtual Boy was a failed attempt at trying something interesting. The problem is they didn't exactly handle it the way it needed to be handled, something like that.
That wasn't it like $200.
Around there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Virtual Boy, that was not the best idea. But what I think, what would be, like I said, if this thing was all control with your mind, okay, that would just be a crazy experience in gaming. I mean, I just think what would be like to play, to be doing Dragon Ball Z in a VR type environment would be absolutely insane.
Has anyone ever attempted or hinted at that they might go in that direction?
I've heard rumors of it, but it's just rumors. There's nothing. We haven't really seen anything they're gonna or heard anything yet.
Yeah.
But I mean, one. But like I said, I'm gonna postpone this for a few. I'm going to postpone getting a PlayStation 4 for a few years. Um, one reason so they can fix all the goddamn kinks because you know when these things come out, there's a lot of fucking bugs.
Oh yeah.
Which is funny because when I got my Nintendo 64 when it first came out, no bugs, no problems, worked perfectly.
And since you had a problem with another system.
360, first time, Red Ring of Death.
Oh, mm-hmm. I mean, that's exactly why I never got a 360. I mean, the only Microsoft console I had was the first one. And the only reason why I even bought that was for Shenmue 2.
Hmm. Well, Xbox 360 they have fixed their Red Ring of Death problem. It's not as bad as it used to be.
But it's not simply that. The Red Ring of Death where your console only, it only lasts for close to a year. But Microsoft are just greedy pigs. I mean, look at Storm Sink's video on Microsoft. He lays out all of the necessities that you have to buy in order to get it. Like if you want internet, you've got to buy a external modem for the console to do that.
Hmm.
If you want online play or some other like
Well,
you've got to buy a gold membership or whatever, and then they jack up the cost on that. And for the controller, you've got to buy batteries for it. You know, too many things that add up in cost.
well, the thing is, they fixed a lot of things with the 360. Like if you buy a Slim, it comes with a eternal with a Wi-Fi built in now. The new 360s have Wi-Fi built in. Um, and a standard HDMI outpost. No, not HDMI, a standard Ethernet cable just in case you don't have a Wi-Fi. So they fixed that problem. Xbox Live, that's expensive, but you are getting a lot of stuff for $10 a month. You're getting a lot of stuff, and you get to chat online while playing games and stuff. Just it's all around. It really Xbox Live is a really good network. Even their internet browser is actually good, which is stunning. Because every time because when PlayStation 3 had their internet browser, that's crap. I don't even want to talk about it. It's piss poor web browser. That thing was atrocious. But Microsoft, I tried out the Xbox 360's web browser, and it's good. It actually is a good web browser. I'm like, wow, that's stunning. I mean, that's just like it's a good web browser, which is stunning because usually web browsers on a console are crap. So there's definitely there's definitely some things that I can think of in it.
Yeah, when it comes to the PS4, I'll wait a couple years, 2 years tops. I'll wait.
Yeah, like I said, one thing I don't want to hear people say is, "Oh, I'm not going to get the new consoles. They're just bullshit." It's like, yes, you are. You can deny it all you want, but you'll eventually get one.
Oh yeah, because eventually they'll release a game that catches your interest, and you're like, I've got to get that system, or it'll have certain features that are appealing, and you'll go and get it because of that. I mean, I haven't even got a Wii U yet. I doubt I will. I mean, it's uh it's backwards compatible, right?
I
Have you?
I think so. I'm not sure. I know it's backwards compatible for Wii games, but I don't think for GameCube games.